Welcome to Quick Shots, a short format traditional archery podcast, where we introduce you to some of the world's most influential traditional archers, and occasionally, some random dudes. And don't forget to check out our sponsor, archerypass.com, for all your traditional archery needs. Hey everyone, welcome back to Quick Shots. I'm your host, Mick Chambers. We're here with David Jackson from Team France, one of the world's greatest 3D barebow archer today, after winning a tournament just recently here in Italy. And that's just one of the many accolades that you have to your name. David, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you, Mick. That's quite a lot of praise. Nice introduction.
It's not because honestly, I didn't even go through all the things that you've won and what you've done, but you've been just an amazing, like a tsunami on the barebow scene, and just your performance in Italy was, we were watching from back here. We were updating the scores, trying to get, see how things were going. And of course, we're cheering for team USA or Team Canada. I'm Canadian, but I'm living in the US. So, I was cheering for Alex, I was cheering for Dwayne, I was cheering for all those guys. And you were just like putting up scores I couldn't even believe. I don't know how you do it. I want to know how you do it. That's why you're on the show. We're going to talk a little bit about that.
Well, actually, the scores were pretty low because the course was really hard. The courses were really steep, and the animals were really small and far.
Yeah, I got
so
that.
Usually you get higher scores.
I meant sort of in relativeness to your next competitor. There was one day that you were just like way above everyone else.
Oh yeah, that was quite surprising.
I know, right? And
yeah,
so
I
that's
wasn't
just a
expecting
testament how hard it was. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was quite unexpected to have such a lead after the first day, and somehow I managed to keep it on the second day, and even increase it.
I know it was pretty good. There was some good shooters there. You had some tough competition, like you said. The scores weren't typical for a 3D course because it was so hard. It was such a difficult course. And we've talked to other people that were there about that. I do want to kind of get into your background real quick. This is just a 30-minute show, so want to get to know you as quick as possible. How did you get started in archery?
So I started in 2005, and I shot for 5 years just as a hobby. When I was a kid, just throwing arrows for fun. And I used to shoot with an Olympic recurve without even a clicker on my bow. I had no coach, and I wasn't doing any competition at the time. So someday I shot the competition of my club. It was a field competition, and I shot with someone who was shooting in barebow, and the guy was pretty good, and it inspired me to just drop everything away from my bow and just start enjoying archery in a different way. That's how I started competitions.
That's amazing. And you're in France, right? Where in France are you?
Yeah, I live in the south of France near Toulouse. So it's kind of in the middle of the south.
And you speak excellent English, so that's pretty cool. That's awesome too.
Yeah, you might have guessed from my name, Jackson. It's not your typical French name.
Right.
So my father is actually British, and he never really taught me English, but I guess having a British family motivated me to learn.
Yeah, it's good. That's really good. Your French is way better than your English is way better than my French will ever be. Even growing up in Canada and studying French for I think 9 years, we still don't get very good at it. Anyway, so I do want to. Okay, so that was it. You just went from backyard shooting a recurve bow to like start in tournaments. That was 5 years ago.
No. I had 5 years of doing archery as a hobby, and then in 2010 is when I started competitions. I was a junior back then, and I managed to grab the national title in field, and that's what motivated me to go further.
So that's amazing. That's amazing. What's your next? What are you shooting next? What's your next big event?
I guess the next one is the Indoor European Championships, if I can make it into the team. And then there's the European Championships in field and 3D at the end of summer.
And so what's your favorite type of archery? What do you like best?
I guess it's field archery. That's where I started, and yeah, that's my first love in archery.
Okay. All right. And what's the equipment that you're using currently?
I'm shooting a Gilo riser. I have a 27 and a 29 inches. And what's funny is that I won both world championships with the two different risers back to
Really?
back.
That's
Yeah. So
that's
for,
crazy.
for the story, I was shooting the 27 inches at the 3D World Championships, and I met Vittorio,
Yep.
the owner of Gilo,
Yep.
and we talked about his different risers, and the 29 inches seemed interesting. Maybe it could bring me a bit more stability for indoor archery or something like that. So he just offered to send me one. I received it less than 2 weeks before leaving for the field world championships. Just put my limbs on it, felt good, and I decided to just shoot it, go for it.
Really? That's amazing. And just tune it that's quick. I don't,
Yeah.
that's a common theme. I've also heard that from John Demmer, like they just get these bows and they're just like, okay, well, within a week I'm tuning and I'm ready to go. I mean, I would panic. I would literally panic. I would be like, I don't trust my equipment. I don't trust my shot. I don't trust anything. Um,
Yeah, I'm used to that. I'm always tuning something, always trying different things. So 1 week is plenty enough.
it's amazing. Well, at your level, it's just you feel it, right? I think there's, at my level, it's more, is it me or is it the bow? Is it me or is it the bow? But for you, it's not you. You're putting them down the middle every single time. Um,
Oh, well, I wish that was true.
it's so true. Okay.
So we were talking about the risers. Then
Yeah.
the limbs I'm shooting are DK Bow factory limbs made by David Kosman, a German guy.
Okay. All right.
They're really interesting limbs, and a few barebow archers at the top level are starting to shoot them. So
Is that right? Tell us a little bit more about that. I'm not familiar, so it'd be interesting to hear. So,
yes, so it's a wood core with a carbon layers,
yep.
and it has a really different curve from what you see usually. It's not like the Uka curve. It's a bit like there's two different curves on the limbs.
Oh, I have seen them. They kind of go like that. They're kind of like an S curve at the very top on the ends. Is
Yeah,
that the ones?
um,
I'll put something. I'll put something here.
yeah,
I'll find this.
something like that. Yeah, you have to look them up. They are called the Fenrir limbs from DK Bow Factory.
Okay, I will.
Really, really nice, smooth to pull, and silent and fast. I really like them.
That is good.
Then I'm shooting his arrows also, DK Bow Factory arrows, the Gungnir ones. That's the name of the model. Very, very, very light arrows for the spine I shoot, which is 600. It's the lightest shaft I could find. So 5 grain per pound.
Wow. Okay. And then what do you holding on the
Um,
fingers? How much weight?
I was shooting just 38 pounds on the last championships. The previous one was 39, and I'd go from 38 to 42 basically, depending on the bows I shoot.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So yeah, that seems to be the norm kind of in that area there. Seems to
Yeah,
be.
it's quite usual to see between 36 and 42, and then you have Fredrik Lundmark from Sweden, the giant guy.
Yeah.
I saw him shooting above 60 pounds.
Seriously, in competition? Seriously.
Yeah. It was funny because this year in 3D he was shooting a lower poundage, and he was telling me, man, it's really difficult, but because I'm not used to do range finding, so I'm losing a lot of points because of that.
That's funny. He doesn't have to, doesn't matter. It's like the gaps are so small for him.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Hey, do you mind if I ask you how old you are?
I'm 30.
Just 30. Wow. And so you've been shooting that long and then and just have so many
Yes,
titles. That's amazing. That's
17 years of shooting, and my first international competition was in 2015.
oh wow. That's pretty good, dude. I am so happy for you. Like seriously. I just love seeing people excel at the sport and especially barebow. And have you done any other sort of archery? Like have you like as recreational, have you ever picked up like a wooden bow and some wood arrows? Have you ever done anything like that? Crazy like that?
Oh, I do have quite a lot of bows at home. I have like 7 horse bows. I have 1 longbow and then a lot of bare bows, and I can make an Olympic recurve if I want to also have all the equipment. I just do not own any compound bow.
Yeah, so you're a true trad archer, single string archer. That's awesome, man. I saw on your Facebook, I think it was your Facebook, you got a new tab, or are you shooting a new tab now?
I've been shooting a Chinese tab called from Bycaster Archery. It's a small company, and yeah, they sell this really nice tab on Amazon, for example, or AliExpress.
Oh yeah,
That's how I found them. I thought, man, this looks too good for these platforms, so let's go try that.
And is it good? Is it
Yeah, it's a good tab.
surprisingly good tab? That's interesting. Okay, cool. All right, good to know. Hey, listen, I'm going to try and do this. And so if you'll bear with me, I am going to share my screen and we're going to talk about your match against Alex. And
Oh.
and honestly, I'm every time I watch it, I'm still going for Alex. I'm just
Just-
being honest with you.
Just one more thing. I have a
Yeah.
French sponsor
Oh,
called
good. Shoot.
Arc System. They make these amazing plungers, and I shoot their arrow rest also. Yeah, I have to talk about them because I'm French. That's
Yeah,
I
no,
can't
of
forget
course.
that.
Of course. But of course, uh, you have to. All right, that's good. And I'll make sure that I got all the links and stuff like that from you after we hang up. Hold on a second here. Let me just try and see if I can share. Okay, let's see if I can share that. We're going to walk through this. All right, let me know if you can see that.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, that's you. Isn't that you?
Yeah, well, it looks like it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stop it periodically, and I want to walk through like what are you feeling at this point. So, all right. So I know you're a competitor, right? But how are you feeling here?
I'm really nervous and also quite happy to to have gotten up to this point.
Okay, good. All right. So now you're in the shoot off with Alex Melnik, who's a hometown favorite here in Canada and in the US. Really lovable guy. I
Oh
think
yeah.
I think that you two guys now that you've kind of shot with him, I think you're the lovable guy now for everyone here in the United States and Canada too. So I think people really want to get to know you. That's why I'm thrilled to have you on the show. Okay, so you're waving to the crowd. You got some fans there.
Representing Canada, William Melnik.
Right, they call him William, but he's Alex, right?
Yeah.
All right, so they're going to give you. Let me just keep going. Okay, all right, you got your first target. So take me through this shot. What do you think? What are you doing?
I can't remember the distance.
It's okay.
You know, I just the usual thing, just range finding and then picking my crawl and taking the shot.
Okay, but you're drawing
Yeah.
back. You're pulling back here. What are you thinking? Is there any sort of gamesmanship here? Like, do you
Oh,
want
that doesn't look too good.
to?
Yeah.
That was that was a bit quick, I think.
Yeah, it was really quick. All my shots went way too quick for compared to what I wanted to do. But
I think the result was good, though. Would we agree? The result was good.
yeah, did he say it's 10? I can't remember.
Did you
But
what? Sorry,
I think he said I shot at 10.
it was a 10. Yeah, it was a 10.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously I was really nervous. I'm really uncomfortable in this kind of situation where there's a lot of people watching.
Yeah. I know, but how? I mean, so you deal with it well. I mean, you're able to get the tip of your arrow where you want it to be, and then you execute a good shot. You're still pulling through. It's a little bit quick, but I mean, you're still. Oh, you did get an 8 on that. It says an 8.
Oh, okay, that's an 8 then.
I don't remember that being an 8, but okay.
It was close to the line.
No,
oh,
see, they changed
no,
it.
it's
They
a
changed
10.
it to-
Okay.
Yeah, they changed it to 10. I was like, yeah, it's not an 8. Okay, so now you have to walk to this other target all the way back here. What's going on?
Well, I can't remember too much. I think this was a boar, quite a big boar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a really quick shot also, but this one looks a bit better.
Okay. All right. Let's watch your shot and tell me what you think.
So here I'm just looking at the distance, and then I'm not sure about what I think. Um,
No, it's just, I mean, what do you think of yourself perform? I know you probably don't even watch this, right? And I apologize for making you watch it, but I think
I watched it once. It's one of the rare ones that I watched again.
it's really good. I mean, honestly, this format for us watching it live was just fun. It was really fun. I know it's not great for the archer. I get that. So you're holding off here. You're taking your time, right? So were you not sure of the yardage, or do you remember?
Yeah, just looking at the distance again, because we had a bit of time to look at from the peg, and then well, from the 11. That's great.
Yeah, and yeah, well, it's a 5 here, I think. Let's see how he felt. But that was a 5 for Alex, and that was a 10 for you, I think, again. So.
Yes. So at this point, it's a pretty comfortable lead, and I'm just thinking, okay, let's just release the arrows in the middle of the targets and just do that. Just do that.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. Just hear you say that is comforting to guys like us. Like seriously, because when you get it like this, you're on a different level of good, right? For bare bow. So when you get to like an average shooter, and we go through these same thoughts, the same thought process, we're like, will we ever get past this? And sounds like no. Sounds like no.
I
Right.
hope
Alex is
hope
asking
to do
for
that one day.
Hey, what's
I
that?
hope to surpass that one day.
Well, you're still a young fella, dude, and you'll probably be winning a lot more championships. There's your bow, right? That's the Gilo
Yeah, 27 inches
27
below
GT.
bow.
Yeah. You got a couple mass weights on there, a couple hammers.
Yeah. Also on the second day of training, I decided to shoot my spare bow instead of the main one that I brought.
That's crazy. All right, so you got a huge lead. You'd have to miss a target for
Yeah,
Alex
but
to-
I'm capable of anything. I know I can shoot a miss at any time, so I'm getting more and more nervous at this point.
Are you
Shot
seriously?
after, oh yeah, shot after shot, I'm getting more and more nervous, and you'll see on the last target, it shows quite a lot. Yeah, so on that one, I think the release is terrible. Oh no, it looks clean from behind. Really quick, but looks clean.
The release looked clean. Yeah, it really nice form. And then, but so fast. I mean, you just came down, got on target. As soon as you saw it, you released.
Yeah, that's an old habit that I have. It's not the way at all I shot during qualifications.
No, but like you said, the elevation of tension on this is so much higher. It's so much greater.
Oh yeah,
You got
it
cameras in your
feels
face.
really difficult for me.
But you end up scoring really well. Okay, so I think we're at the last target here, right?
Yes. So on that one, Alex tells me, "Hey,
Hey, get over, move over. We're not
move
shooting from
aside."
behind.
Yeah, he wanted to see the target also.
Oh man, so you're saying you cheated to win? This is not good. This is not good.
It wasn't on purpose. Yeah, so that one was at maximum distance, just like the big bore that you had on the second target.
Yeah.
About 30 meters, I had to shoot it at 28 because it's going downhill a bit.
Yeah. I thought, when we were looking at this live, I'll be honest with you, that doesn't look like max distance to us.
Yeah, it's quite impressive when you're on the line because it's also a lot smaller than the big target you had before that.
Yeah, the bore. Yeah, so this is a lot better shot than what even you shoot here.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, so on that one, I just want to hit the target.
yeah.
That's all I want, and you see the pressure is really going up.
Whoa.
That's a nice one. I'm really proud of being able to reset that shot.
I think we are too. I think everyone's kind of happy about that. Like, I'd rather see you shoot a good shot and then look at you put a good shot on there. And the relief had to be just pouring through you, right?
Yeah. So That felt good. Honestly, I had a difficult year, and to finish this year like that, yeah, I really proved myself that
I would say so. And
that I could do it. Yeah.
take a look at this one more time. I hope that everyone's watching, not just on like if you're listening to this through a podcast, get on YouTube, watch this, and you can see now with your that is like that build up, and you telling me that more and more you're stressed more and more, and then all of a sudden, wow, bam.
Yeah, you can see on my face that I'm not smiling after
No.
letting go that arrow. It's like there's quite a lot of I don't know, maybe I was angry at the end, you know.
You know what? That's kind of how winners are supposed to be. Strong competitors are supposed to be like that. So,
That's my girlfriend pulling the arrows.
okay. Hi, girlfriend.
Alicia.
Is it Sarah?
No, it's Alicia.
Oh,
Alicia.
Alicia. Hi, Alicia. You're 30 years old. What are you doing with a girlfriend? You're supposed to be married by now. What's wrong? Sorry, I'm trying to be like your dad here.
Oh well.
So that is great. And do you want any shout outs? Who's your coach here, or who's the person that's walking with you?
Yeah, her name is Frédéric Musi, and she has been the coach for the 3D and field teams for a few years now. I think she started in 2014 or something like that.
Okay.
Maybe 2013. I'm not sure.
All right, but you have a good support team in France. Tell us a little bit about making the team. So just we don't have much time left, but I know I'm trying to be respectful of your time too. Tell me a little bit about how you made how you make the French national team for bareboat. What it's like being on the French national team. Like we hear a lot, just so you know, in the U.S. you make the team, but then you got to buy your shirts, you got to pay for everything. It's just like it's a very difficult situation here, especially when you have another job and you have to travel all over the place just to get like you have to spend a ton of money to go to these tournaments to qualify for Team USA, right? Tell us what it's like for you in France.
Oh, in France, I think we're very fortunate. They do not take a lot of archers, but we're paid for everything. We don't have to spend any money to go to the championships. So they pay for the clothes, for the travels, for the hotel, for everything.
That's nice.
But the selections are quite tough. Fortunately, in bareboat, I've consistently been the top archer in France, so I've made the team every time. I've made it into the team every time since 2017 for both 3D and field. But yeah, the selections are quite tough because it's only during one weekend. You have the qualifications on Saturday, just a regular course, and you have to shoot a minimum score.
Yep.
And then on the second day, it's just matches, and you do some kind of shoot up until the finals. So if you want to be selected, automatically you have to shoot a minimum score and win the matches. But then if you don't win the matches, or if you don't shoot the minimum score, then it's the French Federation that chooses if they want to take you or not.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, that makes sense, right? They don't want to send people who aren't going to be competitive on the world stage. It makes complete sense to me.
Yeah.
So it's, hey,
lucky. Yeah, I just wish to add. Luckily, they picked me this year because I was fourth of the selections, and I missed the minimum score by 2 points. But I guess because I was the reigning world champion and I also got a few medals before, they chose to pick me anyway. So it's a rare occasion, but we were two bareboat archers at the world championships this time.
No, that's fantastic, man. It was a good thing. It was a good call on their part, obviously. You must have friends on the committee. Do you do any other sports other than archery? Are you involved in anything else?
Oh, it's just archery, but I've started doing some weight training a little,
Okay.
and I try to do a bit of cardio also. But it's just to serve archery and my general health.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. And hey, thanks for coming on the show. I know it's tough time wise and stuff like that. So I really do appreciate you being here. Um, can I ask you one more question before we go?
Yeah, sure.
Just
I'm just waiting for my parents. They're going to come for dinner.
okay, one more quick question. One more quick question. Um, what makes you such a great archer? Is there a secret trick that you want to tell us about that makes people really good at barebow?
That's a tough question. I think that maybe what makes me a bit special is that I try to see archery as a martial art and not just as a sport. And it's not all about the results. It's not all about putting your arrow in the gold all the time. It's about mastering yourself and mastering your art. So I'm just trying to learn about myself and to grow as a person through my practice.
That's
Uh,
amazing. That's amazing.
well, I forget about that quite easily, and when I'm at championships and just puts a lot of pressure on myself to perform and stuff like that. But my goal is to be able to enjoy my practice, whatever the situation, and just to enjoy the present moment, enjoy practicing. Yeah, I just want to learn not to put so much pressure on myself.
Yeah, I mean, David, you've done a fantastic job of kind of masking that anyway. And when we see you actually compete, it's inspiring. So thank you very much for joining us today. I want to thank everyone for listening. And if you have any questions for David, he's available on Facebook. And maybe he'll accept your friend request. He accepted mine, so he might accept everyone's. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Is there anywhere else they can get hold of you if they want to ask you questions?
Well, not really at the moment. I just have a YouTube channel that I've not fed for about 8 months, but yeah, it exists, and I'll get back to it at some point.
All right, you heard that. So go and check out his YouTube channel. Subscribe in that. Maybe they'll give him some inspiration to post more videos. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us. Hope that everyone has a great day. This was excellent. Thank you again, David.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks. It was for me too. I mean, it was awesome. Thank you very much. All right, everyone, hunt the good stuff. We'll talk to you soon.
I see you.